Hi, I just thought I'd shoot another video, just a life of what it's like in Sydney. In this case, just down near my local shopping centre here in Norwest Business Park. So I'm actually, this is the Hillsong mothership over there, for those who know that. Anyway, yeah, so this place is infected with young Americans, mostly Southern Americans, I think. Anyway, as in, you know, the Bible Belt in America. Anyway, their parents send them over here to go to Hillsong, which they call a university in quote marks, but it's not. Over there is the new Sydney Metro Norwest station, and since that opened, well, we're going to talk about commercial real estate. I'll show you that in a minute. Sorry about it's a ground level. I'm just wandering around with my wide angle lens here with my little cage adapter, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I want to look as inconspicuous as possible. So we'll go for a walk through Norwest Shopping Centre. So I've done a previous video on this. It's a really hot day out here today. I don't know, it's in the 30s. That's Celsius, none of that Fahrenheit rubbish. So anyway, pizza joint, a defunct real estate agent, but actually real estate agents have been doing ridiculously well through the whole COVID thing. And the car park, yes, this is where I did the Coles shopping trolley thing, as you can see. So I think they've still got it. I don't know, I haven't checked. But, I have to link in that video, but anyway, here we go. Well, let's have a wander through. As you can see, we've got hand sanitizers, and you'll see a few social distancing stickers on the floor and stuff like that. This is a new cafe that just opened about 2 months ago, which was very ballsy, but we'll go outside. You can see the social distancing marks on there, and also on the floor as well there. But anyway, another cafe. And Coles is, of course, the local national shopping centre chain, like supermarket chain and stuff like that. There's 2 nail salons in this tiny shopping centre, which is absolutely amazing. And you'll see that they've installed those glass screens, those perspex screens between the checkouts there. So that's, that was like, I don't know, 5 months ago or something now they installed those. So we've got a mobile phone repair place, dodgy as. See this roof up here? I'm not sure if you can see that, but the roof actually collapsed on this Boost Juice thing. It's actually not the first time it's happened, it's the second time. So I don't know, I used to love Boost Juice, and their roof collapsed in the great flood of, well, the one that flooded the EEV Blogger Lab. That's the one that flooded this first of all, and then they had another one where the roof collapsed, and due to the weight of the water and stuff. Anyway, cafes and things like that, as you can see, like nobody, well, like only a couple of people would wear masks around here, so that's just how it is in Sydney. We have 0 community transmission. So, you know, they actually did take away these tables and chairs for quite some time during the lockdowns and stuff, but they're back now. But they do have stickers on them that, as you can see, unavailable for use. Please practice social distancing and stuff. Anyway, I'll take you outside now and we'll have a look at some new cafes that are about to open, and some commercial real estate and stuff. So let's go have a squiz. Sorry if this is like really not very good footage. I don't want to exactly walk around with holding it steady or something like that. Anyway, it's a really nice day here, so let's head out. But that was the local shopping centre. It's only small, and as you saw, basically nobody is wearing masks. It's just not a thing here. So let's go outside. It's a gorgeous day. Maybe we'll see some ducks and some fish, and then we'll check out some commercial real estate. All right, so let's wander around. It is a gorgeous day. This is effectively like a man-made lake. It's like a it's a retarding basin or whatever it's called. So let's have a wander around and I'll show you the commercial real estate around here. That's a private hospital over there. As of course we do have universal healthcare here in Australia. Isn't it a gorgeous day? Absolutely gorgeous. There's restaurants over there along the lake here. This is Norwest Lake. They actually do model boat sailing and stuff here if you come on the weekends. So I'm trying to keep this thing steady, but sorry if the footage sucks, you know, there's only so much I can do. Yes, I do have image stabilization on, but anyway, I've mentioned this in a previous video. This is the new Esplanade building. I'll try and link it in maybe, but the new Esplanade building, this is part of basically, I believe it's like a New South Wales government initiative or something, but all new buildings in a commercial office park like this must be like they've mandated, they've got to be multiple use. So down the bottom, they'll have restaurants, and the first 3 floors up there are commercial office spaces, and then all the ones above that are residential. And the whole idea is that you can, you know, live, work and play in the one location. So, you know, that's the whole idea anyway. So yeah, on top here, it's now open. There was Australia's biggest ice skating rink here. They tore it apart, but yeah, up the top, they've got like an infinity pool. They've got a golf putting green. They've got an outdoor cinema. Although I'll show you the pool in a minute, they had to drain it out like only weeks after it opened. So yeah, oops. Now I didn't think that these restaurants would actually open here, but you know, with the whole thing, I mean, it's risky business opening a restaurant at the moment. As we saw, they opened one in the shopping centre just a couple of months back. That was gutsy. This one's going to be some sort of meat and wine co thing, but like just in the last like 4 weeks they've started constructing these, and yeah, they're really betting that oh, one of them's open. It's finally open. Wow. Anyway, that's going to be an Italian street kitchen thing, and this is a ribs and burgers. I think it just opened today because it wasn't open the other day. So yeah, they got the balloons. It's all open. Amazing. And there's a little cafe in here that's, I think, it was, I think, partially open the other day. But anyway, yeah, that's a real gutsy move, because everyone knows, even though we've been doing fantastically in Sydney, everyone knows that any moment, you know, we could go right back into instant lockdown, just like they did in Adelaide. So yeah, anyway, just above there, you can see the 3 commercial office spaces up there. We're talking about 10,000 per square metre, 10,000 Aussie bucks per square metre of office space in there. They have had a bit of trouble renting them out. Rent would be at least $350, maybe $400 per square metre. I was paying for my one I just got out of, I was paying $300 a square metre, just over. So anyway, yeah, quite expensive, because this is deemed to be like really A-grade office space. I mean, it's just built, brand new stock, and you know, it's got concierge service and everything inside. Anyway, oh, there's someone in the pool. There's the infinity pool up there, which they had to drain out. So yeah, but they're all they're all residential up there. And if you are wondering about the price, this is Sydney, even though we're in the middle of the suburbs, right? This is, and in a business park. This is Norwest Business Park. The top ones up there, we're talking $2 million. So anywhere from, we'll take a walk around the lake here, anywhere from up to $2 million for the ones at the top. Absolutely insane. You know, you can buy a decent house around here, just, you know, streets away really, for, you know, 1.2 million or something. So anyway, I don't know why anyone would pay a premium to live in a sure, you've got views of the mountains over there, the Blue Mountains. You'll have views just over there, but anyway, there it is. There's the Esplanade complex. There was an ice skating rink. Very sad when they knocked that down, but they built that in like, I don't know, So yeah, it didn't take them very long to build that, but anyway, got more commercial office buildings over there. These are all residential ones here, sales offices. So these are all just gone up. This was all vacant land a couple of years ago, and they're just installing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I can count, and there's more land that they've sold off. And so in the middle of suburbia here, they're going to these high-rise towers, you know, and you're probably looking at 600,000 minimum for a little shoebox in there. But you know, you will get your little balcony, probably overlooking the other building for that sort of money. But yeah, anyway, it's a gorgeous day here, and yeah, the shopping centre was back over there, and we'll have a wander around the lake. So yeah, commercial office space, we're talking 10, as I said, 10,000 a square metre. It pretty much is sort of like pretty standard in this business park at the moment for like A-grade office space. Mine would still be A-ish grade. You know, it's still in a reasonable building. This business park's actually quite large. There's more to it than just this section. There's a whole nother section with Norwest Private Hospital, which is a huge hospital here, and they've got another shopping centre in Norwest Business Park, and also another metro station as well. You know, and there's more cafes, like over there, for example, at the base of that building is a Whole Food cafe. Very nice. So people do like to spend their money around here. They do have, you know, it's a like reasonably well-off middle class if you're living in the hills district. You know, you're not rich. Okay, it turns out that my Alpha 6300 that I'm shooting this on automatically turned off there due to high temperature. So wah. Anyway, that's annoying. So has a software function to disable that. I think that's on, but anyway, that's the, not sure where I got up to, but anyway, that's the new Esplanade building. It's a new, like it's the example of this new mandate in the park where, in fact, I'm not sure if it's all over Sydney or whatever, but yeah, they've got to have like restaurants, places to work, and the residential as well on top. And the commercial ones have like end of trip facilities, they're called, which means they have showers and they have gyms and they have all sorts of stuff that you can use. So when you come to work, well, these days, I mean, unfortunately, this was all done before COVID. Now, like, nobody's coming to work. Everyone's working from home. But I do know several people who bought offices in that building. I could have bought one they did offer it to me at about $7,000 a square metre. And at the time, this was off the plan before it was built. And at the time, I thought that was, you know, no, I'm not paying that. You know, I don't know what it's going to be like when it was built. And turns out, well, now they're about 10,000 Aussie bucks per square metre, and that's pretty much the going rate for the park. You'll pay more per square metre for the smaller units, like under 100 square metres you'll pay more, under 50 you'll pay, you know, you could pay you know, a little bit more, and you'll pay less depending on if you go for the bigger units. Like they're giving away, they're actually having a hard time renting a few of those in there, the commercial office spaces, and they're giving like, you know, 6 months free rent and, you know, as incentives and stuff like that. But it's got, you know, it's got gym, pool, you can use all the facilities, the little putt-putt green and the outdoor cinema, and which is on the roof somewhere. It's like in the back of it. It's probably bigger than it looks, but anyway, yeah, you can use all these fancy things, but that's really A+ grade, brand new stock commercial office space. So yeah, whereas, you know, most of the park that's pretty much the only like new stock around here. There's a few more coming online, but basically hasn't been new stock for a long time. But you know, the buildings over there are older, and I'll show you some ones around the corner here as well. And if you want, you're talking about rent, like I was paying, yeah, as I said, like $300 a square meter. That's if you're getting $300 a square meter, then that's pretty cheap. You know, your really top end ones might go for like 400 plus a square meter or something like that. So yeah, it's not cheap to rent or buy in this park. As a reference point, I own a 50 square meter unit in this park, and I paid under, I think it was $3,900 a square meter at the time. So yeah, it's more than, like, it's gone up like 250, 300%. Something like that. So it's gone up a lot. My one's probably now worth, yeah, probably in that, you know, even without a window, even without a window, it's probably worth, you know, 9,000 plus a square metre, maybe even 10. So yeah, it's just crazy. Anyway, they're washing some windows. They do that occasionally. They get the abseilers down, and happens periodically. When I did have a window, I could see the abseilers out my window. You know, I'd wave. Whew. Anyway, in the shade now. That's better. Hopefully the camcorder's still holding up. Yep, it is. No wuckers. So yeah, as you can see, there's restaurants across the lake there. One of them is like a hatted restaurant. It is quite high end, so a chef's hat. So it's really quite nice. Yeah, that'll all be packed out. Once again, yeah, there's no masks or anything here anymore. There's just your basic social distancing and stuff like that. It's not real, you know, people are aware, but we've had, you know, quite some time with virtually no locally spread cases. So all of our cases come from, you know, overseas or interstate travellers actually coming in. Although most, apart from South Australia at the moment, which has just gone into immediate lockdown, they had no cases for like 3 months or something. Then all of a sudden they had 17 in one day, and the next day they announced immediate lockdown for the state. And yeah, that was it. It was all over. So 2-week lockdown. Yeah, they take it really seriously here. So if cases do flare up again here, then yeah, it'll be straight into lockdown. The restaurants will close and things like that. So the, you know, gyms will close, everything else, the schools will close again, except for people in essential services and stuff like that. And I can actually go around here and show you. So there's the shopping centre. Again, needs a revamp, and the restaurants along there. And here's another commercial office building. Once again, you'd be talking about, you know, maybe if you could get one for 8,000 a square metre in here. This is one of the older ones in the complex. You know, might start from 8,000 a square metre. Could go up to 10, depending upon the type of unit, whether or not it has a balcony like that. As you can see, some of them have balconies. Geez, that'd be a luxury. I'd be happy for just a window, let alone a balcony. I did have one, of course. I rented a space that had a balcony. So now we're getting to sort of, you know, the older ones in the park here. These are like your 20-year-old ones and stuff like that. That one over there is really quite old. It's not B grade. They're all still sort of like A grade, but there's, you know, a big difference between that and the new ones that have like concierge service and stuff like that, you know, concierge and you know, these ones might have this one has a small little itty bitty cafe, like 5 square meters in it and stuff like that. But as you can see, you know, underground secure car parking places that would have storage units under it as well, and also it would have the famous dumpster rooms, of course. And no, that is not where my dumpster room is. It's somewhere else in the park. As I said, it really is a big business park, but this is the hub around the local main Norwest shopping centre. So it's this is like sort of, you know, probably the centre part of Norwest Business Park here, but it is in the middle of suburbs. But to live around here, yeah, as I said, some of those apartments up there, $2 million. And you can't buy anything around here under probably 600,000 in one of those apartments. So yeah, houses around here had started $1 million, because the average price in Australia for a house is still $1 million. So yeah, that's just your regular, you know, 3 or 4 bedroom suburban home. You can get a bit less depending on the house and stuff like that. So yeah, but like, you know, some of these places really have big balconies. Some of these have bigger balconies than my entire lab. So that'd be a luxury. But yeah, if I'm ever I am always looking out to buy a bigger space, potentially, but I really want a discount price, because they haven't come down yet. Once they installed that metro here in Sydney, this prices just went up and they have stayed up. So it's just nuts. There we go, little cafe in there. And we can actually go up those stairs if you want and have a look at the, oh yeah, everyone's gonna say yes. All right, so let's go up. Let's go up and have a view, an overview of the entire park, shall we? Hello, I'm here. Yes, I am on camera. So let's go up and have a squiz. I assume I'm wide angle? Yes, I am. I've got my 10mm lens on this thing. So It's really quite nice. Let's go all the way to the top, and as you can see, I'll show you these corporate places. Oh, there you go, there's the little cafe and stuff like that. So yeah, and these have communal balconies or private balconies. So this business park, as opposed to the one on the other side of Windsor Road, which is Castle Hill Business Park, just a stone's throw from here. That one's more industrial, whereas this one is more of your regular office spaces. They don't really have any industrial things. There are a couple in the various streets around here that are like that, but in general, most of them aren't. Everyone's coming out on the balcony on their phones, and we're almost there. Here we go. And we're up. We're up. There we go. That is Norwest Business Park. So they're the restaurants I was telling you about. Shopping centre we walked through. Hillsong Mothership over there. The new Esplanade building. The private hospital. And you can maybe see the Blue Mountains in the distance. Not sure. A little bit hazy up there. But anyway, yep. That is Norwest Business Park. So, and we'll probably, and there's more over here. For example, over the road there's more units and stuff. Over there, that was the first one in the park actually. That used to be the Cathay Pacific, I believe it was. Cathay Pacific data center for the whole Asia Pacific region, and that's the thing that kickstarted this park. This was 20-25 years ago they bought that, and now it's like an IBM, I think it's IBM data center. So anyway, I might take you in here and we'll go down the lift, shall we? So as you can see, this is typical of your corporate, oh, so cool in here. If you're, A-ish grade corporate office things, communal toilets, they've got meeting rooms that you can just book, stuff like that, COVID. So yeah, these are just so if you owned or rented a space in here, you get use of a meeting room and things like that, you can just book it. So these aren't any industrial spaces, they're like chartered accountants in there, whatnot. So yeah, but this is actually, this is kind of the building that I would certainly buy in, because this is considered old now. It's not considered fancy, there's no concierge service, there's no major cafe in the thing, but it is in a good location, right on the lake, right next to the shopping centre. So, it really is a good spot, and these lifts are very slow, I do remember, because I'm always checking these places out. I've been to every building in the park. I always have a wander around, see what's what. So here we go. Oh yeah, look, I'm sweating. Where we want to go? Let's go ground, shall we? Ooh, multiple cameras. This is going to get freaky. Wow. Anyway, am I still running? Yep, still running. I can see it. So there you go, that's a look inside, a really an older one. A lot of people would consider this run down, they wouldn't buy in there. It's, it doesn't have the prestige of some of the other buildings in the business park, the newer ones, of course, like that Esplanade one, that's brand new, just opened, and that's sort of, that's probably the pinnacle. There's others in the park, of course. And traffic's dropped a lot here, and by the way, parking spaces, that's the other thing. Anyway, yeah, that Esplanade building through there, that is, the car parking ratios were, a standard for this business park, were 1 car space for every 25 square metres. So I have 2 car spaces in my building because I have 50 square metres, so one's inside, one's outside, which is useless. Everyone just parks in the outside one. Bastards. Anyway, but the new buildings, they've mandated, they're trying to get cars, you know, encourage people to ride their bikes, encourage people to take the new metro. They're encouraging, there's that fancy hatted restaurant I told you about. So that one's super schmick. You got to book that ahead of time. You can't just rock up. So yeah, as you can see, restaurants along here, but where was I anyway? They're trying to encourage people to like live in the area. Like you live in the building, you work in the building, you eat in the building, you shop next door. Like that's the whole point of it, really. So anyway, so they've dropped the number of car parking spaces per square metre of office space. I'm not sure what it is now, but it's like a quarter. I think you'll get 1 space per 100 square metres now. So yeah, it's about a quarter of the number of parking spots per square metre versus what you had before. So anyway, there you go. That's probably enough of a tour. There's those new residential places over there, and they're lining that whole street all the way along behind those buildings there. They're lining all of that. And that commercial building there with the big spire on it, that one is, technically you can buy space in there, but they only sell it by like, 300, like a whole floor minimum or something like that. I think some big companies are moving out, but other big companies are moving in. We've got Woolworths here. We've got Woolworths headquarters, which is the Australia's biggest supermarket company, apart from Coles, who we saw inside the shopping centre before. And then you've got ResMed as well, and Subaru headquarters are here, and a few banks. The Reserve Bank of Australia has a facility here with real high-tech security and razor wires and stuff like that. But anyway, there's a swimming centre here. And there you go. That's a tour of Norwest, well, just around the lake here and the local shopping centre. As I said, it is bigger. There's a whole separate part of this which you don't want to buy in if you're driving a car, because it's much worse. So it really depends on your mode of transport and which way you're coming in and stuff like that. But I didn't show you the fish. Usually there are ducks here, but we have some fish. There you go. And there's eels in there as well. And these things are huge. These are like, some of them are like 1/2 metre long, and there's big eels in there and whatnot. So there you go. And usually, there's ducks here, and there's geese, and there's all sorts of stuff. So, it's a stinker out here today. It's got to be like, I don't know if it's hit 35 yet, but anyway. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed that little look around Norwest, part of Norwest Business Park. If you did, give it a thumbs up and all that sort of stuff. Do you want me to do more of this type of video? Let me know. Catch you next time.